Okay, we are going to work on the tandem again. This time we're going to pull the front cranks and the bottom bracket off the front, because apparently that crunching noise that we were talking about that we heard from the back wheel was not coming from the back wheel. It's the front cranks now. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen the chain tensioner for the front chain. And pull the front chain off. Okay, that's loose. Next, we're going to get the chain off of the front crank. And we're going to take the Allen wrench, the big Allen wrench here, and get the Allen bolt out for that holds the crank arm on. Then we have the crank puller here, and we're going to pull this crank off and then go back around to the other side and do the same on the other side. And it's really loose. You can hear it. You can hear it right. It wobbling when I shake the arm. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. Take out the Allen bolt off the crank. Now the crank puller again. And you take this is a hook wrench for the lock ring, or lock ring wrench. Put it on here and loosen the lock ring and pull the lock ring off. And then this other wrench here is a pedal wrench, but it also will fit on here for the taking the cone, this bearing cup out. Come on. Having a little problems here. Got to remember that these are backwards threaded. So, and this wrench is not working. This wrench just keeps slipping off on me. Getting it loose. Damn. It's about ready to come out. There it is, it's out. Now I'm pulling the bearings out of this other Schwinn to use on the tandem. Some bottom brackets may be a little different. This one is. This one has, instead of having that other wrench thing, it has the same kind of deal where you can put a wrench on for the sealed bottom brackets. So you got the sealed bottom bracket socket, and put that in there and turn this loose. See, that's the sealed bottom bracket socket. See, it has the splines on it, and this has the splines on that. And you can get a tool set for like $30 to get started with all the tools you need on Amazon. I'll be putting the link to that tool set in the description. It is my Amazon affiliate link. It's the same tool set that I bought. And yeah, see, that side's no good because the bearings fell out of it. So even the bearings in this are not good on that side. But I think these bearings on this side are still good. So if these are still good, we may be able to use one of the sets from one bearing set from this, and the other set from the other bike, or that was in the tandem, I mean. Have a rag here and some WD-40. I'm just going to spray some in all these parts and kind of clean them up, get all the old grease out of them so we can re-grease them. I'm also going to check this bottom bracket axle and see that make sure that it has no pits or wear in it that's gonna like wear out the bearings any faster again. And that looks okay. See? And those are nice and clean now. And those ones. The other bearing cup is very hard to get out unless, and I have never had any much luck at getting them out. I've seen this tool that this guy that I knew at the bike shop had, but I'm sure it costs like a lot of money and can't afford to buy that tool, especially if you don't use it that much, you know. To me, if a tool cost, you know, $65 or more, and I'm only going to use that like not very often, it's not worth it for me to buy that tool. Okay, we are going to grease up these bearings. And we're going to shove this back in. And we're going to put some grease on the threads of this bearing cup because it was awful hard to get it back out this time. So next time when we have to pull this apart, maybe we'll be able to get it back out a little bit easier because it won't be as, the grease will lube it up in there and be easier to come out next time. And you want to get this back in there, thread it back in. And keep threading it in until there's to the point where you can still turn it. But see, right now, it's okay. You want to get it to where you can turn it, but not turn it freely, but not have any slop in it. It can't try and wiggle it, and it wiggles a little bit, but I think that's the best we're going to get it. Get this lock ring back on. You go back with the hook wrench and lock it down. Okay, there's that. Try and clean off some of this grease here a little bit, and then we'll put the crank arm back on. And then the other thing that you got to do with a tandem is see how that arm is down, and you want this arm down as well, so that when the front person is pedaling and the back person is pedaling, they're pedaling in the same with the same timing. I guess I was told by my old boss when I worked at the bike shop that when we were putting together the Montague tandems, that you have to have your timing all in the same position, so that when I guess he told me that it helps with like balance, so that when you're riding, if one person's leg is or one person's crankset is out of balance, then it could throw your balance off. So I'm going to tighten this back up. This is that chain tensioner. This is one of those those wrenches, it has that little plastic thing in it. It's supposed to, you're supposed to be able to tighten it and go back and forth like a socket, but I don't really like them. This thing doesn't work worth a crap at all. I have to find a better wrench. Yeah, I found a adjustable wrench. We're just going to tighten it with that. There's that. That chain seems to be okay. One thing I've always hated about this tandem is that noise. It comes from that always, since the day I got this tandem, that noise has been coming from that chain tensioner. But that should do it. It's working. All right. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. Next video we're probably going to do is a video on our scooters. I have a Hover 1 electric scooter, and Marge has a Hover 1 Comet. Mine's a Hover 1 Alpha. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.